I'm making an extremely exaggerated video about nothingness. And I'm not just gonna ask, what is nothingness? Because that's what everybody asks, okay? Instead, I'm gonna be asking, why is nothingness even a thing? But before I answer that question, you're going to have to bear with me here because I guarantee you that is such a hard question to answer, okay? You have no idea. Now, as we all know, right? We obviously experience nothingness before we are born because our consciousness isn't there. And I'm not talking about before we are actually born. I'm talking about before we're even in the womb, right? And that's common sense. But do you remember experiencing nothing? No. So it's very, very fascinating if you actually think about it, because it's not like we know what it's like, you know what I mean? Because nothing involves nothing, which involves no consciousness, which involves no awareness, which involves not experiencing it, right? So it's very fascinating. Now this is the part where your brain is actually just gonna explode, okay? Because why is nothingness a thing, right? Because nothingness can't be a thing, because if nothingness is a thing, that means it's something. Am I tripping over here? I don't even know. Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm yapping way too hard, and it doesn't matter how long I try to answer why nothingness is a thing, I'm not going to be able to, okay? Like, that is so hard, and my brain can't comprehend the answer to that. Like, it doesn't matter how hard I try. If you could actually answer that question, tell me in the comments. It's not for engagement, okay? It's genuinely, like, bro, why is nothingness a thing? Can you answer that question, or am I just dumb? Because my brain just goes to blank. Also, it's like, nothingness is not something. Or, is nothingness something? Because nothingness is something, right? Because nothingness is nothing, which is something. Wait, which is not, wait, what? Bruh, is this a paradox? Like, I'm trying to figure out how to unravel my brain around this idea. Like, I keep getting confused. Now, I can show you what nothing is, okay? Trust, I can show you what nothing is. I'm gonna add a black screen B-roll right now. So, all you should be seeing right now is a black screen. Yo, I'm actually just dumb. Because a black screen with my audio does not make that nothing, because that's something. A black is a color, and a color is something. And I'm saying all this while you're seeing the black screen. It almost goes back to the idea of when you close your eyes, right? You're trying to envision what it's like to be blind. Being blind does not mean you see black, right? Because black is a color. And a color is something. I'm gonna quickly go over this on audio because I keep failing to explain it on recording somehow. Basically, black is a color. So when you're blind, you don't just see black like most people think. You just don't see anything, because black is an actual color, not the absence of light. Well, it is, but anyways, if that makes sense. Meaning, you would have to see nothing. Like, we don't know what it's like to not see anything, because we constantly see. Even when you close your eyes, you're seeing what it's like under your eyelids, which is something. Truth is, we will never experience what nothing is, okay? Technically, we've experienced it before we were born, like before we even became conscious, because you're still conscious in the womb. But anyways, yes, we've experienced nothingness, but we, at the same time, haven't, because we don't know what it's like to have nothingness, because we weren't conscious when we experienced nothingness, because nothingness is nothingness. Does this make any sense? It's so true though, okay? So no matter how hard we try, we can't experience nothingness, okay? We can experience it, but we're not gonna know what it's like. You know what I mean? So technically an experience is the result of having or dealing with the situation and knowing what that was like. But why do we experience nothingness is the main question I have to answer, right? Before we're born, we have to experience nothingness because there's nothing conscious going on, so that's what we experience, right? I don't know why you want to experience nothingness, because it's nothing, right? If you made it to the end of the video, please do me a favor, okay? Comment why you think nothingness is even a thing, which technically it's not a thing because it's nothing. Anyways, we could talk about it all day. I have to end the video at some point. I have to edit for so long. Thank you for watching, and peace.